this guy's named Frightened Hive Dwellers. It's a slightly different name that's maybe worth talking to. You see a man in tattered clothing. As you approach him, he suddenly stops and begins to look around, frightened. Greetings. The man looks startled and then takes a step back. Eh? What you be wanting, Cutter? His voice is shaky, and he seems taken aback by your scars. I have nothing on me, so's I don't, and my rags are not worth the trouble. Calm yourself, I'm not here to rob you, I had some questions. He keeps a safe distance and his eyes dart side to side, as if expecting something to step out of the shadows. Questions, you said? And what might these questions be? Can you tell me about the city? What do you want to know about Sigil then? What is this place? The city. City of doors. The cage. Place where all the doors lead to and from. Center of the plains. And gets most of the backwash from all places too. Some say that this is where everybody ends up, at one point or another. City of doors? You see, Cutter, the city is... Browns is struggling with words. City's got a batch of doors scattered through it. And you see the doors? Browns again in size. The doors? Let me rattle my bone box with a little more sense. You see, there's doors all over Sigil, but they don't always look like doors. They're more like portals, see? And the key can be just about anything. A window frame, or a picture frame, an archway, a barrel loop, a space between a table's legs, or a statue's legs. You're saying that all these things are doors? Browns again. Doors, portals, can be anything that's closed on all sides. It's hard to tell where they are, unless you got the key. That how you get here, Cutter? Through a door? What makes you say that? Yeah, well, you don't act like you're from around Sigil, you see. What are those keys you mentioned? Each door has got a key which makes it open, see? Most times you won't even know a door's around unless you got the key. Then the door opens and you can step it through and take your chances. Trick is, you know how I was saying that doors can be anything? Well, so can keys. They could be a tune you hum to yourself near a door, a thought you'd be having about pastries, or a little jig you do. Or maybe the key's an object, like a piece of glass or cobblestone or a broken tooth, anything. Sounds pretty confusing. You get used to it, you do. Where do they go? Doors can go anywhere, Cutter. Some don't even lead to the same place twice. Besides, you see, such is the way, and a number of the doors that they lead to, such is the way, and a number of the doors that they lead to almost anywhere in the plains. Okay, that was weird, weird grammar. Anywhere. It's just, there's so damnable many of them. Hard finding one that takes you right where you want to go. There are questions. Can you tell me about Sigil? Wait, we already asked that. Can you tell me about the slums? Eh? He looks at you warily. What you be wanting to know about the hive, Cutter? Why is it called the hive? He looks puzzled. I don't know. He looks frightened that he doesn't know the answer. Mess of streets? Mess of people, perhaps? What's around here of interest? It depends what you're looking for. Good time. Yeah! Well, he licks his lips. There's the smoldering corpse bar, and the dusty bar, though you don't look like the Cutter to be drinking bub with the dusties. Any of the other places around here is just dangerous, so be on your guard. Smoldering corpse is a few blocks southward of the mortuary, and the dusty bar is southwest. What's dangerous around here? Anywhere in the hive once dark falls. Then there's the angled alley. You want to be keeping yourself out there. Unless you want to be back in the dead book. Or unless you want to be in the dead book. Why is the Alley of Angles so dangerous? Place of gangers and muggers, Cutter. Don't be going there unless you want your next stop to be the mortuary. Alley's a big burnt wreck. Used to be a street before some barmy mage burned it all down one night. You tell, they caught the fella, burned him in return, then put him on display in the smoldering corpse bar. And that's the hive for you. Where is it? Looking for work. He thinks. Precious little, honest work to be around here, Cutter. You can hunt some brain vermin for some coppers. Pass them off to the branch office of vermin for some jink. They hear tell. But messing with the brain vermin's dangerous work, though. You can also gather some debtors around the hive. Take it to mortuary for some jink. Where's this branch office? It's next to the hive market. Southwest, okay, there's just directions. Brain vermin? Aye. Nasty little critters. Bares his teeth like a rat. He looks pretty foolish. Alone, they're barely nothing at all. It's just when brain vermin get together, they get all smart. The more of them are around each other, you start getting as smart as a human. He shakes his head. Nobody in their right mind wants that to happen. Hazard to everyone's health, that is. Gather bodies? Aye, the Dusties will pay jink for any debtor you bring to their gates. Not much jink to be made, but enough for collectors to keep making their rounds. And there's always enough debtors to be found around here. Collectors? Vultures. A lot of them have their kip in Ragpicker Square. Gather the debtors, scuttle everything worth jink from them, then sell their bodies back to the Dusties at the mortuary. Why do they do that? Dusties pay jink to people for bringing them debtors off the streets and alleys. It makes the Dusties' lives a little easier to have a batch of hivers collecting bodies for them. Lots of debtors in the hive every day. Dusties? Aye, Dusties. Dustmen. The pale-faced dead. They are all grim and no humor to speak of. They keep the streets free of the dead, stack them in the mortuary. That's their job and sigil. Mostly because no one else wants it. Missing a journal. Missing a what? No idea where you'd find such a thing, Cutter. Know someone in Ferret? Name's not one I know, Cutter. Who is he? That's a repeat. Thanks for the warning. Farewell. He looks as if he turned to leave. Cutter? You think he might... Studies you for a moment. You could bear a few coppers for a blood who helped you on your way? Not many around here do that for a fella. Enough for a man to wet his tongue after all that talking? Interesting. I wonder if there's like a different amount of lawful goodness that, maybe this is like +1, this is +2, +3 or something? Fair enough. He glances around to see if anyone saw the exchange, then tucks the jink in the folds of his robes. Thank you kindly, Cutter. May the lady's shadow pass you by. Wait a minute, lady? What do you mean? The mistress of Sigil? You not heard of her? Ye must be blessed or more clueless, and know little about Sigil indeed. He laughs weakly. Lady's words law around here in Sigil. Thinks her a moment. Except she don't say much. Dead silent she is. Some law. He looks at you warily. Don't want to be talking too much about her, Cutter. You don't want to be to cross her shadow, nor be singing her praises, all right? Now let's say no more about it. Rattler, your bone box about the ladies is dim. Dim indeed. Very well then. Okay. Hold on, I want to try, I want to test something super quickly. To see if I,
I'm gone.
Any different information. If I, have a different reply there. Oh wait, That's interesting. He didn't ask me for money that time. I wonder how much I have to, like, talk to him about it. Maybe, like, each main one? Gather bodies, collectors, why do they do that? What are their work? Gather bodies, dusties, what are their work? Rain vermin. For a good time. For a good time, dangerous, Valley of Angles, blah blah blah. Ask him about Farid. Ask him about the journal. City. Okay, same response. Good to know. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm probably gonna stop talking to people named just Dustman. Although there's a couple of ones that seem to have a special name here. Dustman Guard. This door has been sealed. I'll talk to those guys in a second. I looked into their mortuary. What is your purpose? I'm here to pay my respects to Dayanara, the woman in the Northwest Memorial Hall. No, it's very well. Follow me. Okay.
Done.
Looks like I can get in and out relatively
All right.
relatively freely now. This guy seems to have a name. Maybe he's a little bit more important than the random people on the street we've been talking to. Although, as you could see, even the random people on the street have infringing information. Is that the same frightened hive dweller, or are there, like, more than one? Looks like the same one, he's just wandering around. Okay. Let's talk to Pox. The cowled figure is hunched by a mortuary gate. His face is obscured by the shadows of his hood. What little you can see is his chin, which is covered with stubble in what appears to be a foul green and purple rash. The rash seems heaviest around his neck, fading as it crawls up to his chin. Greetings. The figure doesn't budge. There's a moment of silence, and he responds in a high-pitched voice that sounds more suited to a girl of 10 years than a man. Hi? Who are you? Pox, I am. Hi. Pox? Mother and father named me. Wished a pox on firstborn. A curse given came true it did. Hi. Again, your eyes are drawn to the purplish green rash covering Pox's chin and neck. Oh, I had some questions for you. Hi? What are you doing? Waiting for debtors, do I? Hi? Debtors? Corpses? Why?
Find a debtor. Take him through the gate. Get some chink. Then again I wait, hi.
Through the gate? Why?
A debtor's to a dustman what copper's to a collector. Bring them the dead. They give you copper at the gate they do, hi.
Why do dustmen pay for the dead?
Streets clean. Debtors put in their place. Streets don't stink. Dead aren't lost. Kept inside gate. All happy, hi.
What do the dustmen do with these debtors they buy?
All debtors inside. Inside gate, put 'em on slabs, cut 'em up, bury 'em, and make 'em walk.
Make 'em walk?
Hi. They make some get back up if the debtor gives the dustman leave to. And the debtor becomes the skills or zoms.
Is the front gate the only way inside the mortuary?
Hi. Only debtor or dustman go in gate to do. You want Pox make you debtor again?
Again?
Hi. Many times you ask. Pox always do.
How many times exactly?
Many times.
So we've met before?
Hi.
What do you know about me?
You're a debtor who don't stay debtor for long. Deal square with Pox, you do.
Anything else? Okay, that line of questioning doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Did this, yeah, I already did that one. Like I can, pretend to be dead. I now have several ways, or, not several, 2 ways into the mortuary. Do you know someone named Farad?
Hi. Barrett, collector. Big name, has weight. Cast long shadow it does, hi.
Do you know where I can find him?
In the hive. Somewheres.
Can you be more specific?
Aye, somewheres in the hive he is. Barrett hide he does. Very hard finding he is, not worth finding he is.
Not worth finding, what do you mean?
Aye, many hates him. Other collectors even. Sharegrave hates him. Not like Ferret at all, hi.
Sharegrave?
Hi, Sharegrave. Big name, carry weight. Cast long shadow he does. Tell Pox what to do he does.
Would your boss, this Sharegrave, know where Ferret is?
Updated my journal.
Hi, Sharegrave's no darks he does. No Ferret a hiding he does. Sharegrave in Ragpicker Square. Many blocks west of here, hi. Say Sharegrave that Pox send you, tell him. Sharegrave become share copper with Pox he will, hi.
Ask him about, my journal?
Hi, no journal I have seen. Things get lost in hive, never found again. Maybe journal one of them. Okay.
Maybe I could gut a Dusty.
This one's different. But I'm not sure what I actually clicked there. I may have accidentally clicked the, evil choice. Vines with black leaves. Stems look extremely sharp. And Dabus?
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
You see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Its skin has a greenish cast, and a pair of goat horns protrude from its forehead. It is dressed in long flowing robes, and appears to be floating slightly above the ground. Greetings. The creature turns to face you, and a series of symbols appear around its head. The symbols have a slight glow to them, and they just hover there.
Oh, for power's sake. Pikin Davis. Dabus?
What's wrong?
He's a Dabus. They speak in rebuses. He's annoying word puzzles. If you don't know what he's saying, then we better find a native or some other way to communicate with them. If we want to. An annoying bunch. My bet? they can speak, they would rather just piss everyone off by trying to puzzle out what they're saying.
What's a Dabus?
Chant is they're the janitors for the Lady of Pain. They float around breaking, fixing, and patching up Sigil according to her whims. They're worse than corpse flies.
Morty sighs.
You can't swat 'em though, or the lady will get upset.
Lady of Pain, who's that?
She runs the city. You'll know her if you see her. She's got these blades around her face. She's about the size of a giant, and she floats off the ground just like these guys.
Morty nods at the Dabus, who's looking at you both.
Nobody knows much about her. She doesn't speak much. All you need to know is that you don't want to make her angry. If you see her, my advice, run.
The Dabus waits patiently. Its hands tucked into its sleeve. A series of symbols materializes above its head, then vanish, and a question mark appears. Try and strike up a conversation. See if you can translate. You ask the Dabus several questions, trying to get a feel for the rebuses that appear above its head. It is extremely patient throughout your discussion, giving you easy sentences to translate. After a few minutes, you start to get the hang of it. Feel like you've done this before. Maybe you can help me. Who are you? The Dabus inclines his head slightly, and a stream of symbols appears above its head. I am a Dabus. What are you doing? More symbols. I attend to my duties. Can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? A lone symbol appears above the Dabus's head. This one shows a metallic female mask, with blades coming out of all the sides. Just looking at the ghostly image makes you feel uncomfortable. That's all I wanted to know. Farewell. The Dabus bows slightly. Symbols swirl around its head, and it turns away. Okay, I need to take a very quick break. I will be right back. I think what we're going to do is explore the outside area fully before going in anywhere. Some lady is screaming in the middle of the road here. I'm curious if this guy's going to like turn hostile here. Seems to be like, I don't know. I don't know the mechanic for if they do or don't turn hostile. Oh, that's the, actually the edge of the screen there. I thought this would fill the whole area, but, no. Okay, let's talk to Ingress. You see a haggard woman wrapped in rags. Her hair is disheveled and dirty, and her complexion is extremely dark. Burns cover her arms, and her right hand is a fused lump of flesh. It looks melted, like wax exposed to a great heat.
Updated my journal.
Greetings. What is it you want of me? The woman's accent is thick. You're having difficulty making out what she is saying. You wanted me to leave. Not to leave in the city, so I'm not. Can't, tried. Not a city. Isn't everywhere. Everywhere? There's worlds, there's... Her eyes gleam madly. Plains that be sinking sands. Fields thirsty nettles be. Sightless worlds where your limbs are given life and hate. Cities of dust whose people are dust and whisper ash. The house without doors. The twilit lands. The singing winds. The singing winds. She starts to sob, sigh quietly, but she seems all out of tears. And shadows. The terrible shadows there be. Where are these places? Where? Where's them places? She flings the lump of her right hand in an arc, gesturing at the cityscape. They's all be here. Doors, doors. Here to everywhere. Doors? You? You not knowing this? He squints at you and her teeth start chattering. Tell you I will. Beware every space you walk through,
or touch in this thrice cursed city. Doors, gates, arches, windows, picture frames, the open mouth of a statue, the spaces between shelves, beware any space bounded on all sides. All these are doors to other places. What do you mean? Every door has a key, it does. And with this key, they show their true nature. An arch becomes a portal. A picture frame becomes a portal. A window becomes a portal. All here to take you someplace else. They steal you away. She raises the lump of her right hand, and sometimes it's on the other side takes part of you as a tithe. One of these keys. The keys number as many of the doors of the city. Every door, a key, every key a door. Her teeth start chattering again, as if she's cold. And a key is anything. It made me an emotion. An iron nail held between your second and fifth fingers. A thought 3 times, then thought once in reverse. Or it may be a glass rose. And these are all keys that open these
Updated
doors?
my journal.
Yes. Her teeth start chattering, and she clenches her mouth closed and squints her eyes. Yes. Can't leave. How did you get here?
Updated my journal.
She seems to calm slightly, and her eyes take on a 1,000-league stare. Came from a place else from here, almost a life ago. I'm detuned by a glade with 2 dead trees that had fallen together. A brilliant door opened in the space between the crossed trees, showed me the city on the other side. I stepped through, ended here. Why can't you go back? Tried. She tries to sob again, but no tears come. Tried. All doors here lead to other places. She shudders and grips her melted right hand. Went through thrice 10 portals. Some a purpose, some accident. None of them are right. Can't find way back. There must be a portal that can take you back. Can't even leave here, the square. And there, the place of death behind the gates awaits me. He points at the mortuary behind the gate, and then turns back to you, her face desperate. Can't go anywhere in the city. Can't go anywhere? What do you mean? Anything could be a door. Any arch there, any door here could be a portal. Don't know the key. Could get sent to another place. Another horrible place. Your teeth start chattering again. Got to stay away from the closed spaces. All could be doors. Could have a key on me, and not be knowing it. You're afraid to go through any door or arch? Because it might be a portal? She nods, her teeth chattering. How long have you been afraid of this? She squints. Since the last time I came through the last portal. The place where my hand... She stops. Since my 10th turning. I'm in my 14th turning now. Her teeth begin chattering again. 30 years? You haven't walked through any door for 30 years. Her vision seems to clear slightly. She looks up at you, her teeth still chattering. If you got here, there must be a portal that can take you back. It's only a matter of finding it. She smiles. Her teeth aren't chattering because she's cold. They are moving around inside her mouth, her gums twisting as the teeth shift about. They rise and recede as you watch, chattering as they rattle against each other. She hisses at you. Only takes one portal you steps through accident to drive the fear into you. I went through thrice 10, lost my hand, burned my flesh, and lost my sense. No more. She looks at her feet. I'm sorry. If I can find some means to help you, I will. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Sounds like we got a quest. Not that we know what to do with it. Angry Hive Dweller, that's a new name. See an old man in tattered clothes. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to us. Elderly Hive Dweller. Sense of great loss hangs over this elderly woman like a dark cloak. As you watch her, a long, sad sigh escapes her lips. She looks up at your face, cloudy eyes squinting and straining to see you clearly. Forgive me, young cutter, but I am an old woman and don't see so well. Do I know you? Perhaps, but I don't know you.
She mulls your answer over for a moment, nodding. What is it you wanted, then? Questions? Her expression curdles. Oh no. You're an adventurer, aren't you? Name, job, and all that rot, eh? Well, I won't have it. Off with you. No, I'm not. Not really, at least. Bar that, the woman jabs her finger at you. I watched the dustman put the name of me husband, damn his soul, me son, and both me daughters on their memorial. Adventurers, all of 'em. Why, I swung quite a sword myself back in the day, so I knows when I meets one. The old woman seems to be working herself into a fit. Her face has become flushed, and flecks of spittle fly from her lips as she howls at you. 1 second, you guys. Drink some water. Okay. Let her continue her tirade. Oh, bet you got all sorts of barmy questions. She mimics your heroic stance. Greetings, I have some questions. Can you tell me about this place? Who's the Lady of Pain? I am looking for the magic girdle of Swank Iron. Have you seen it? Do you know where the portal to the 2817th plane of the abyss might be? Do you know where the holy flamin' frostbrand Gronk slain Vorpal hammer, a wounding and returning and shooting lightning out of your bum is? She spits. Dung. All of it. Only gets you in the dead book. I oughta kick you in the shins for even pestering a poor old woman about it all. Now go away and leaves me in peace. I don't know, that sounded like a pretty sweet axe. We'll go in here in a second, I think. Someone with a name? Also, I want to check something real quick. Okay. These is all, This dustman appears to have heard you, but does not look up. He's chanting at a measured pace with the other dustmen around them. Listen to their chanting. All the dustmen carry the exact same tone and rhythm. The chant rises to an ear shout every few minutes, and slowly fades in a way that reminds you of an echo. Once it fades completely, the dustmen speak several lines praising the true death, then begin their chant again. Seem like we can get their attention. Are all these the same? Looks like it. Okay. So we're in here. Okay, we got Death of Names, Subtai, and Quentin. This obsidian monument has names chiseled in it. The obsidian wall has thousands of names carved into it. Let's talk to Quentin first. The man before you looks to be of middle height in years. He is stout, with a thick bullish neck, and his shoulders are hunched, as if a great weight was pressing upon them. He wears an impatient look as he stares at the black monolith in front of him. Greetings, the man throws you a glance. There's Room Cutter. No need to ask my leave to stand here. Actually, I wanted to know what this monolith was. It's a tombstone for the plains, he scoffs. Graveyards of names are scratched on that rock. Can only hope my name's the one that'll split the stone in twain. He points at the base of the monolith. Quentin. Right there. Hammered in just hard enough to send the damn thing crashing down. Tombstone for the plains? Aye, Quentin smiles ruefully. The dusty scratch their names of the dead on this monument here. He gestures around him. And all the walls of this place. Not enough space, by my reckoning. But no matter. They do their best. Can barely read half the names. What are you doing here? Reading the new arrivals. Try and find a new one every day. Try and remember if I knew him. Nothing more. Dustmen record the names of all who have died on this monument? Aye. They scratch them on this rock, and scratch them on the walls in this place too. Quentin scoffs. I don't know why they take the trouble to take account of the dead. The Dusties have more care for the living. The living? Aye. You know about the Dustmen mourners that come to this place? They aren't mourning the dead, you see. They're mourning the living. You can barely get a word in edgewise without him asking to mourn some poor living Burke for you. Why do they mourn the living? Got me there, Cutter. He shrugs. Might want to put that question to him. Seems to me the dead are thrice worth the pity of any poor sod living in this pit. He nods at the monument. Every name on there is blessed in my book, it is. Ever know anybody who came back after the name was put on there? You mean come back from death? Quentin shakes his head. Not a one, Cutter. Everything that lives dies, and that's the way of things. Shrugs. Still, considering the plans go on forever and all, I suppose anything is possible. Is this, all the same conversation? Yeah, shoot. Clicked on the wrong thing there. It's the same stuff. Maybe that would lead to something else, but maybe not. Or maybe I don't have the necessary stats for it. Okay, let's talk to Sevtai. This woman's face looks broken, and she's covered in scars. They look like bite marks and fingernail cuts. She's cradling the shred of several rags in her hands, and is staring emptily at the wall of the monument, at the names. Greetings. Psst! Get you back. The woman's teeth peel back, displaying a row of black canines. What you want of Sevtai? What's the matter? What's wrong? Those Chaos men wrecked my cart, attacked me, and killed 3 of my sisters who tried to stop them. Not sisters anymore. Now they're nothing but names on this memorial wall. Chaos men? Chaos men. A faction, they says. What they are is an addled bunch of runs wild through the hives and does whatever they please. We never did no harm to them. Then they lope in like dogs and tear apart anything within their reach. Who are these Chaos men who attacked you? They're a hiver gang. A bunch of addled sods that call themselves the starved barking dogs or some such barmy nonsense. Their actions were unjust. If you wish, I can see that the matter is rectified. If 3 deaths they caused, then 3 deaths shall these starved dogs suffer. Copper earring in your purse if you pin 3 of those murdering sods in the dead book. Jig? I'll see to it they're put in the dead book. Can you tell me where they might be found? Go out the south gate, spireward from here, then walk around the block until you come to a place where men run in circles, howling at the 6th sky. They're the starved dogs, they are. Yeah, I've been to that block. The one with all the harlots and drunks south of here. I'll go there and return shortly. Hey, maybe we go do that quest real quick if we can.
I'm gone.
Said running around in circles. I don't know if it's gonna be... starved dogs barking. Oh. Here's one of them.
The rock sings true. All right.
And two more of those guys. The ones that are just normal. Normal thugs. I wonder if they're potentially random encounters. Do I need to like leave and come back in? Let me check over here real quick again. Okay, let me try leaving and re-entering. I wonder if this is advancing time in A641? 42? No, not really.
Done.
Suppose it's possible it's these guys? Or potentially these guys? Three of their number. I could probably find these starved dogs there. Maybe it wasn't the, that one. Let me, talk to this guy.
All right.
These guys are not named, but they seem to be howling. Unless I'm like,
I'm gone.
unless maybe the howling was coming from this guy. Yeah, it looks like it probably is, actually. Okay, let's
Done.
turn AI on, see if these guys will attack. Doesn't look like they're necessarily immediately attacking.
I'm gone.
Okay, let me see if that was potentially who I needed to get or not.
I'm gone.
Maybe I could gut a Dusty. Can't find any taters. Maybe I could gut a Dusty.
Oh, there we go. I found the starved dogs barking at Ben, 3 of them in the dead book.
Updated my journal.
Powers be not blind in their justice this day. The woman reaches in her spider-like hair and draws forth a copper earring. Here you are. Pretty bit it should fetch. 'Tis worth 33 coppers at least, I'm sure. Belonged to one of me sisters, but she won't be needing it anymore. Hold on, I need to take a really quick break. Be right back. Although, actually, when are the ads coming up? 8 minutes. Okay, probably too long to go and come back for. I'm gonna take a quick break first.
All right.
Talk to the last person here. We can trying to think who makes sense to give the healing items to. So like some of the stuff is only can only be used on Morty and the Nameless One. Okay. Let's talk to Death of Names. You see a dustman with a crooked smile frozen on his face. Despite the smile, his eyes are as dull as stones. His right arm is shorter than the left, and he keeps it tucked to his side, as if cradling a small child. Dustman's eyes slide over you. Name. The way he speaks the word, it sounds like the tolling of a bell. I don't know. No name? No name, can't help you. Dustman speaks in a curious sing-song voice. No name, can't help you. Need to give a name if you want to see where it's died.
Updated my journal.
Given a name where you're born. Give it back when you need it no more. Death of names, death of names. His eyes swim across the monolith, then the walls of the area. Buried many names here, Death of Names has. Tell me a name, I'll show you its grave. Dayanara? His eyes roll back to the back of his head, then pop back. With a wild gleam, his eyes run across the walls of the monument. Scanning the names at inhuman speed, he then points at a section of the wall. Buried. Examine the spot he's pointing at. Chiseled into the black stone, in tiny current writing, is the name you requested. It is almost lost beneath a sea of names around it. Doll? Not dead yet. No, I mean, it is not buried here. Not time, not time. Done? Not dead yet. Okay. We can ask him about, bearing a name. He nods and unfolds his small hand from where it is cradled on his side. It looks atrophied. It is the size of a child's hand. Costs Jink to bury a name, 3 coppers, 3. I assume none of these will work. Yep. Okay. We got an ad coming up in about 4 minutes, but I also think that is probably a good stopping point.